We're looking back at this day in Mississippi history in preparation for the nation's 250th birthday next July. 24 years ago today, Mississippi got its own Armed Forces Museum. Hundreds of people watched and celebrated as the $4 million, 16,000 square foot facility opened to the public at Camp Shelby near Hattiesburg. It's considered to be the museum of military history for Mississippi, telling the stories of countless men and women who were from here or who trained here. Hundreds of veterans were present for the ribbon cutting, including U.S. Senator Daniel Inouye, who trained at Shelby before his tour in World War II. He died in 2012. The Mississippi Armed Forces Museum opens at Camp Shelby on October 27, 2001. Your look at this day in history.